Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being willing to adjudicate the State Superintendent's Awards for Arts Excellence this year. This year, the process is online. So to begin, you will receive an email from me that will look something like what is on the screen right now. And you will be able to watch this tutorial as you are doing. It will say that in the email. And right below that is the Smartsheet application link. So you will click on that link. And then you are going to need to put in your email, which I am using my personal email. And then you need to have a password. Oh, you may need to sign up with the password. If you have a Google account, you can also just click that. So that works as well. Either way, you will either need to use your Google account or create a password. So then agree to the user agreement, and then you will get started. So the first thing you will see here is the Welcome to Smartsheet. You can just close that out. If you want to play through it, you certainly can. And then you will see the Smartsheet for the State Superintendent's Awards. You can see that the first column is a paperclip. This is where the attachments are stored. That includes the student's transcript, letters of recommendation. The next column has some script bubbles in it. That means I typed notes about the application in that column. Right now there are 2 notes for Kirsten and Emily, and that concerns the PO payment information that their teacher sent to me via email, so don't worry about that. Next to that column is a done checkbox. Don't worry about that yet either. And then next is the payment column. I am changing these to reflect payment status. You don't need to worry about this column at all. That is my concern. And then the application information begins. You can see the student's name, art form, grade level, school district, school name, and then their answers to the questions within the application. The questions correspond to your rubric page that we will go over in just one moment. When you are in this view, be careful not to edit anything in the sheet. I do have a master copy saved if you accidentally delete something in a cell, but try not to click and type in this view. If you want to, you can adjudicate entries from the spreadsheet view, but it's not very user-friendly because you have to go double-click the cells to expand them to read everything that is typed there. So I recommend that you go to the grid view button in the top left corner, move your cursor down to card view, and click. This pulls up the same information we were just looking at, but in cards. And you can see the entries right now are divided up by payment received. And you want to go to this button that I'm on and click on junior senior. And then you can see the 4 applications that we have right now as of today are all seniors. We do not have any junior applications at the moment. If you want to see entries from your discipline only, then go over to the filter off and scroll down to the discipline you need. I'm going to use visual art. So now there are only 2 entries that are visual art at the moment. If we double click the first entry, which is Kirsten Cook, her application expands. You can easily see the answers to the application questions. If you just scroll down, and you can see the expanded boxes where she has typed her responses. If you would like to, you can comment on the application on the right side, but you certainly don't have to do this. You don't need to add any notes within Smartsheet. Kirsten's transcript, letters, and artwork are all in attachments in the blue attachment button at the bottom. And you can see here's one of her letters of recommendation. You just double click it and it opens. Then you can also see her watercolor. So you should be able to open all the attachments here and view them. And then once you're finished looking at the student application and attachments, you can score the students in the separate Google spreadsheet, which I have right here. and that will pull up. You can see at the bottom there are tabs. If I'm adjudicating visual art, I would need to go to that one. The student's name will be here. If I am judge number 1, then I would put the score for the student under the column. I have also attached in this email a Excel version of that judging sheet. So if you do not have a Gmail account, then you can just use the Excel version to add your scores. And if you would like to keep track of the scores for the applicants in a different way, you're more than welcome to do so. You can handwrite it. Just make sure that either your adjudication coordinator or myself knows your final scores. And also, while you're looking at the applicants, make sure that you remember we need a few students to perform for the awards night. So if you see someone who really stands out, make a note of it and get those names back to me. I'll contact them to see if they would be interested in performing. When you are judging, this is in the email, but I'll just go over it real quick. There is a rubric that's attached to the email along with an insights sheet that helps you understand how the rubric works. Please use these for every student that you adjudicate. Thank you so much for your help. Please email me if you have any questions.